Hi, I'm Chef Francis. Welcome back to what used to be Jeannie's Kitchen, but based on name branding and copyright laws, and I don't want to go to jail, now this is going to be called Jeannie's Table. So welcome to Jeannie's Table. Today what we're making is a Romesco sauce, and we're going to use that for a shrimp dish, shrimp with Romesco sauce. It's mainly a roasted red pepper sauce, and that's what I have here. No, this is not a dirty food pro. We just used it to make one of the condiments that's on the table. I'm cutting these into just rough chop. I have two very nicely roasted red peppers. The trick to doing this is just put them on your stove and get them black. They have to be real nice and black, not just a little bit black. And you want to make them so they're soft, and if you give them a little squish, they steam out. That means the pepper is cooked. One ingredient that most shrimp or one Romesco sauces use is cayenne pepper. I'm choosing a poblano pepper for a little heat instead of the spiced cayenne. In it goes, right into the food pro. Now, the next main ingredients are generally, it's usually either almonds or hazelnuts. I couldn't find any hazelnuts, so I went with some cashews that are pre-seasoned with salt and pepper so that I don't have to use them. I'm also using almonds, but I am going with another little hack. These are chocolate dusted almonds. They're not chocolate sweet, just chocolate powder. I like the idea of a little bit of a mole flavor. In it goes. We've got half of a very small onion. We've got what looks like 6 crushed garlic heads. And we're going to use a good tablespoon of Chef Francis tomato jam for our tomato base. You can use a can of tomatoes. You can use tomatoes. We're going with this, tomato jam. And now we are going to pulse this till it gets to the consistency that I like. Pulsing is better than turning on. Now that it slows down a little bit, I'm going to add some olive oil. A little bit. I'm going to add a splash of balsamic vinegar, just for a little rusticiness. It's just a condiment, it's not a flavor. And I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar. You could use sherry vinegar and that would be just fine. But I had apple cider vinegar on the shelf. Alright, now I gotta show you that I'm putting in 2 more ingredients. We've blitzed everything up a bunch. Now I'm going to add the last 2 items. Some lemon zest. Some people prefer to use lemon juice. I want the lemon to be a flavor that's there. I don't want it to be a kind of heavy flavor. And putting in some parsley. And once again, I'm going to blitz this up till it gets to the texture of my choice. There we go. Let me bowl this up and get it ready for service. You almost thought that we were going to forget this paprika, but paprika is a big player in this dish. I almost thought that it was in there, but I caught it. Before I bowl this up, in goes the paprika, a few more little blitzes, and then we'll be good to go. Now, All of these dishes can be cold, but I'm just going to sizzle up some of this shrimp, the big ones, with some of the sauce. I got a little butter in the pan, and I'm throwing in some sauce. And I'm not cooking this, I'm just getting it hot. Okay, and there we go. We got us a nice little sandwich in a small pita. We come over here, and there is dish one of shrimp romesco sauce in a wonderful pita sandwich. Here now we have a second dish, which is more like a main dish, and I'm going to show you something, another one of my hacks in a moment. Let me just sizzle this up and get it all nice and hot. And here we have our dish, which I'm putting this shrimp romesco sauce on something that I call a noodle pancake, which I'll tell you about how to make real easy. It is a fried up noodle from a ramen noodle soup mix. And there we go. And of course I did forget a little garnish, because that's why I got it. How's that, huh? I know you're hungry for this. Shrimp romesco sauce. Tasty and delicious. Thank you for coming to Jeannie's Table. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope you make these dishes.